Hi folks, in this video we're going to take a look at several quick and convenient keyboard commands that are going to make your daily life much more efficient, much more fun, and it's just going to make things a lot quicker for you to perform the daily tasks that you do. First one we're going to take a look at is Command S, which is to save a file. So let's say for example I'm going to open up a text edit file and maybe I've got some text in here and I want to save this. Now normally you would go to File and Save, but that takes a few clicks. Why not use the Command S keyboard combination on your keyboard? If you hold down the Command key and then hit the S key at the same time, you'll notice immediately it will give you the Save feature. And I'll just give this a file name and I'll save it to my desktop. And there you go. So Command S, very easy, very simple to save a file. Now once you've got an application running, what if you want to quit that application? Now normally you would go to your application menu and click on quit and whatever the name of that app is right there. But what if you want to do that with your keyboard? So now instead you would hit Command Q on your keyboard. So hold down the Command key and hit the Q key. And there you go. You just completely quit that app. Now why is that important? Because if you were just to close the window of this file, notice how the application text edit is still running, and if that app is still running, that means it's still using memory on your computer, and if you have enough programs using up memory that haven't been quit out, that will slow down the performance of your computer. So it's important to quit that app. Remember Command Q. There you go. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is how to very easily close a window. Let's say that I've got several windows open and maybe I want to clean up my desktop a little bit, reduce some of the clutter. Now normally I would go to click this little red icon on whatever the window is, but what if I don't want to move my mouse because I'm busy focusing on other things, but my hands are free and I want to quickly hit a keyboard command to do this. To close a window on the fly, just hit Command W. So again, hold down the Command key and hit W and watch what happens. I just close that window. And for this one, I also close that window. And now TextEdit is still running, so I'm going to hit Command Q to quit TextEdit. And there you go. So I just used Command W to close windows and Command Q in combination to quit out any applications. Next we're going to look at something called Quick Look. So what if you've got a file anywhere on your computer and you want to quickly see what's on that file, but you don't want to open up that application. Maybe it's a big app and it takes a long time to load up, and you just want to get a quick preview of what that file is. So let's say we want to get a preview of this text file, and what I'm going to do is just hit the space bar key, and that will give us that Quick Look preview. And we can see I just typed in a little bit of text on here on the upper left, so that's all we're going to preview. But if this was a different type of file, then we could preview that as well. So again, spacebar lets us have a quick preview. I've got some other files in here. Let's get a quick preview of this PDF to give you another example. There you go. There's a quick preview, and I can even scroll through this PDF as I want. So the Quick Look allows you to very quickly and very easily browse through any type of file that you want. The next thing we're going to look at is how to get information on a particular file or folder. So let's say for example I want to see how big a file is or exactly get more details on a specific file. First I would click on that file, and then I'm going to hit Command I for info. So hold down the Command key and hit I. That brings an info button or window into view, and now you get a lot more information, such as the exact file type, exactly how much space it takes on your hard drive, exactly where that file is located, when it was created and modified, a lot more information as well. You can even tell it to hide the file extension if you want, and it removes the RTF, or I can make that visible again. You can even tell your computer which program you want to open up this type of file by default. Right now it's set to TextEdit, which is appropriate for an RTF file. And then I can change or modify lots of information on here. Now again, to use a previous command we just learned, I want to close this window, so instead of hitting that red X, I'm going to hit Command W. And there we go. That's now closed. The next thing we're going to look at is how to print. What's the keyboard command to print something? So let's open up our text file again, and let's say we want to print this. Now normally we would go to the File menu and choose Print. Now remember that takes a few clicks and consumes time to do that. Now in the spirit of efficiency, we're going to hit Command P instead on our keyboard. So hold down Command, hit P. That brings up your print window, and if you have a printer hooked up, you can easily just hit Print and you're done. Very, very simple. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is the keyboard command that lets you very easily rotate or switch between several different applications that are running at the same time. So let's open up a text file, and let's maybe start up Safari, and maybe iTunes as well. So we've got 3 applications running right now. We've got, again, our text edit, we have Safari and iTunes. Now if I hold down the Command key on my keyboard and then I hit the Tab key a few times, we'll see that as I'm holding down the Command key, I can now switch to any open running app I want by hitting the Tab key. And then when I'm done, I simply let go of the Command key and it brings that app into view. Let's try that again. I'm going to hold down my Command key, and you can do this at any time. First time you hit the Tab key, it brings this preview window into view. I can bring any app I want to the forefront. Very simple. As soon as you let go of the Command key, the selected app comes into view. So very nice to be able to rotate through different apps as you want. Let's quit out of all these apps. There you go. Very simple. And I use the Command Q key again to quit out of all those apps. Okay, now here's a commonly used tip for a lot of folks that really enjoy listening to their music while they work. You're going to have iTunes running and you might have your browser open at the same time. So let's take a look at how to turn iTunes into what's called compact mode. So it doesn't use up as much space on your screen, but it also lets you quickly access all of your music. So I'm going to start up iTunes, and I'm going to turn on Safari, and notice how if I want to change the music I'm listening to, I constantly have to go back and forth between these two apps. But what if I don't want to do that? I'm going to turn iTunes into compact mode by hitting Command Shift M as in music. So I'm going to hold down Command, hold down Shift, hit M, and there we go. My iTunes is now in compact mode, and you can move this wherever you want on your screen. I like to throw it on the bottom left, and that way I can use my browser window and control my music with play, forward, reverse, and control my volume all at the same time very easily. So there you have it, the most commonly used quick and convenient keyboard commands on your Mac. They're going to make your life a lot easier.